Welcome to this episode of Truth Seekers, where His Grace Bishop Emilianos of Meloa will answer questions sent in by the youth with a member of the youth.
Okay, Thomas. As a teenager, how can we avoid being self-conscious? Meaning constantly worrying about what other people are going to think or say about us. What do you think?
Well, in the end, basically it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks of you, because in the end, basically only God's opinion matters, not everyone else's. Like, for example, like say the latest phone came out or something like that, and all your friends have it but you don't. Yeah, they may think less of you because you don't have it, but it doesn't really matter, because these materialistic things will only stay with us here on earth. And hopefully when we go to heaven, these things won't be there, they won't come with us. They're going to stay here.
That's exactly right. And you're only 16, so that's a good start. It's sad because sometimes when we think that we're not popular, or when we think that people, our fellow students, they don't think highly of us, this can get us depressed, and it's very sad. But first of all, when it comes to us behaving towards others, we have to always remember that our friends and everyone around us are created in the image and likeness of God. So if you see a fellow student that he is not as popular, he's still created in the image and likeness of God. And if you keep this in mind, you yourself will never say something to hurt him. And to go a step further, you would never imagine yourself bullying this kid, even if it was in your character, which is not. Even if we can't dress the way that some other kids do, and even if we can't be as popular as they do, we're still created in the image and likeness of God ourselves. This means that because God does not make mistakes, He had a purpose, He had a reason for creating me personally, you personally. He doesn't make mistakes, and He expects things from us. So every single person, every one of us, has a very specific, let's say, role to play in the humanity. We were all created to be saints. If we don't fulfill that, it doesn't matter what we think about ourselves, it doesn't matter what others think about ourselves, we fail. Keep this in mind. We will be conscious of our actions, and we will treat others with respect, and we will treat ourselves with respect. And then it doesn't really matter, as you said, what others are thinking of us. It matters that we would like to please God. Now, if we were to drop all this into a psychological level, from the spiritual level to a psychological level, we have to be smart and socialize with kids that they can understand us. What does this mean? It means that if you wanted to socialize with someone who doesn't care about Christ, there will be things that they will get you in trouble when you will be hanging out with these kids, because they will have a different approach in life. And even talking about others, it will be different. But if we were to choose carefully our friends and they have the same beliefs with us, then the one helps the other, and it doesn't really matter what the external environment might be thinking of us, because we have our mates and we are happy with them and we keep going. And it's interesting because sometimes when there is a weak personality at school, this boy or this girl might be embarrassed to say that I'm a Christian, might be embarrassed to say that I'm fasting, might be embarrassed to say that I'm going to church. But if this kid was a popular kid and was to say, I am going to church, I am fasting, people around them, they would follow. So we have to believe in ourselves, to convince ourselves to do the right thing, and to change everyone around us as well. not by forcing them, but by being who we should be ourselves. And to be able to believe in ourselves, we have to understand what we said before, that we're created in the image and likeness of God. God does not make mistakes. My role in the humanity is unique. No one else can play my role, and I can't play someone else's role. So I have to be who I am, and I have to be who I am the best way I can. Otherwise, it's like I'm telling God, you've given me everything, but I don't care. And then I fail in my life. And then regardless what I think of what the others are thinking of me, I'm not who I should be. Is this too complicated? Does this make sense?
I understood most of it. Well, particularly nowadays though, most teenagers care about their social state, like where they stand, like popularity wise. And that it's troubling sometimes because some kids are willing to do anything to get to the top.
That's why you need good mates around you, that they will support you the right way. Otherwise, you get into a struggle that it doesn't exist. It doesn't have any value. To get to the top of popularity, you get there and then what? Then you look behind and what's left to take with you when you pass away? Do you believe in next life? Do you believe in God? If not, alright, you achieve something that is temporary and that's about it. But if you do believe in something greater than this life, then you have to see things more spiritually. The first time that I went to Mount Tathos myself, I was 17, turning to 18 maybe. I went for confession there, and I told to the confessor father a few things, and he told me only one thing for myself. He said, that's lack of spirituality. Probably for a lot of people this might mean nothing, but for me it hit me on the head. I don't know, it changed my life. I thought I should be better than that. But that's because I think that deep down I was searching for something. And yeah, I just changed. That was it.